Hi everyone, my name is Christy Jordan and I am an EAL lead for Anglophone School District West. I am going to be joined today by my friend and colleague Jeff Whipple, who is a digital learning lead for Anglophone School District West. And today Jeff will show us how to use technology, so how to use Immersive Reader specifically, to make content and materials more comprehensible for our language learners, and really for any student who may struggle with reading, especially in content area classes. So using a tool like Immersive Reader would be what we call a scaffold. So I just really quickly want to go over what a scaffold is and what a scaffold is not. So scaffolding is temporary. It is pre-planned or provided in the moment, and it's used to maintain high expectations, which is really important for our MLL learners. Scaffolding is not permanent. It is not students learning less content. They are expected to learn the same content as everyone else. It's not our students doing easier work than everyone else, and it's not our students doing less work than everyone else. So before we get into using Immersive Reader to help with making materials comprehensible, I wanted to share this visual that also lists 7 ways that we can scaffold for our students, especially in subject areas that may have many Tier 2 and Tier 3 words that may be new for our language learners. So the first way we can make materials comprehensible for our students is to use visuals. So whether it's embedded in the text or by using a word wall, providing visuals is a highly effective way to help our students understand vocabulary and concepts. The second way is to highlight and to explicitly teach the vocabulary. So pick out essential words and teach and show their meanings to your students. The third way is to add graphic organizers to materials. This eliminates a lot of busy text and makes it easier for our language learners to make sense of the material. The fourth way is using sentence stems. These are scaffolds to help students get started in speaking or writing without the added pressure of trying to formulate the sentence. Number 5 is providing a model of a process, of a task or assignment. This is a good practice for all of our students, showing them what is expected and what they must do to achieve success. The 6th way is to make materials and content comprehensible is to preview the material with a student. This may even look like you sitting down with a student to view the material beforehand, or even sending the student a YouTube link to watch about a topic before learning about it in class. The 7th way is to allow students choice in how they express their understanding on a day-to-day basis. This may look like the student drawing out a concept, using their first language to help them explain their thinking, or pointing to an answer when you ask a question. So what I have here is a reading that you may expect students to do in a science class about plant products. So if you have a look at this passage, it has some difficult vocabulary, and it might not be realistic to expect that your language learners, or really other learners for that matter, to be able to read this passage. So what I've done is on the paper copy, I have highlighted the important vocabulary words. And if technology is available in your classroom, you may be able to leverage a tool like Immersive Reader to help your students understand the content. So Jeff will now show us the different features in Immersive Reader to help our learners understand this reading.
Thanks, Christy, and thanks for the invitation and the opportunity to come and share Immersive Reader with your teachers. So Immersive Reader is a really powerful tool for use with both students who have some kind of a learning challenge or maybe an ELL reader, and we'll talk about how that works in a minute. But just to introduce you to Immersive Reader, I have got this Word document open on Microsoft Word Online. It also works in the online or in the web-based app. It works in the app on the desktop. It will also work in the app on your phone or on an iPad or any kind of tablet. So it's really versatile and cross-platform, and we really like that. It looks a little bit different from all of them, but in the Word online, it's really easy to find the Immersive Reader app. You click on View and Immersive Reader. And when it opens up, it comes into a completely different look. So here, it's the Immersive Reader view, and you can see that plant products, this is the text that Christy had given us earlier, and you remember that some of the words that she had highlighted were here, so students can use those words and find them. So food was one of them, so they can click on food and see that it gives us a pop-up menu or a pop-up picture that shows students what that food might be. Oxygen is another word that she had highlighted. So that's a great way that students can actually use those words to find out more. So that's one piece of the puzzle. And you can see here that students can choose the voice speed and voice selection if it's a male or a female to make their preference. So they can make it a little faster or a little slower. So let's listen to what it basically just sounds like right off the bat.
They're often made from plants, such as cotton. Forests provide us with wood, and the trees are used to make.
So you can see that it's a pretty decent voice. It's not a real natural voice, but it's getting pretty close to it. So the other features inside of Immersive Reader that I really like are these text preferences. So one of the things students can do is they can make the text bigger or smaller. They can increase the spacing, and you notice by default it's on. If I turn it off, it becomes more like a word processor. But we find it's easier for a lot of students to have those letters spaced out. The font is here. And one of the things that you'll find, and it probably not so much for ELL, but one of the things that you'll find for a lot of students is they want it on Comic Sans. And the reason for that, it took me a while to figure it out, is that the A's are more natural looking. Where if I go to Calibri, if I find an A here, there's one right there, it's not quite as natural. So Comic Sans, and they can also choose a different voice or a different colored background, or change it to a white on black. So that's in the text preferences. The grammar options, they can highlight nouns and break it into syllables. But the real magic here is over on this page, which is our reading preferences. So you'll notice here that they can focus on a line, which is great. But and the picture dictionary is on, and that's from when I clicked on seeds. You saw the seeds come up. But here's where things really get pretty cool. So I can come in here and I can choose a language. So let's say I am just a newcomer coming in from Syria, which would be Arabic, Saudi Arabia. So I can click on here and I can choose to either translate these by words. So now if I click on here and click on seeds, it's going to give me the Arabic writing or the Arabic spelling for seeds, and I can also listen to it.
البذور.
So students can choose to do that, or they can choose to translate this whole document, which gives them the option now to, and if I start right at the top of it, because it will start from wherever you were, so I'll start here and I'll play it.
المنتجات النباتية. أهم الأدوار التي تلعبها النباتات في حياتنا هي الغذاء والأكسجين.
This is powerful because now they don't even need to be able to read in their own language, because we probably get a lot of ELL students who are coming here, even with low literacy skills in their native language, who now can listen to it in their native language. That's really going to allow them to access the content if that's really what you're working on and you want to get them to do this. So what I really like about this is that you can flip back and forth so easy from these. And if I'm looking again, focusing on oxygen or food, I can click on food. And it will tell me the Arabic word for food. And so I can
الغذاء.
come in here and then they can listen to it in
Food.
English. And so it really gives them that nice, powerful connection between the two languages that they're trying to learn.
Thank you so much, Jeff, for walking us through the features of Immersive Reader. I can see where this would be helpful to so many of our students. Another idea, especially if you don't have access to a lot of technology in your classroom, or if your students aren't proficient with navigating the technology yet, is that you could put the document or any list of vocabulary up on the smartboard opening Immersive Reader, and students could even come up and touch a word that they don't know to hear the word or to see the visual or even to translate it. So next time, Jeff and I will talk about using Google Lens for documents that maybe you don't have a digital copy of so that you can scan those and flip the text into Immersive Reader. So thank you, everyone, and I hope this is something that you will try in your classrooms. Bye.